Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Flush training session. My name is Michael Diacher. I'm going to be your presenter today and also take you step by step through this training session, making sure you guys understand the entirety of the OTE. Perfect. So, we're going to start off with the one time entry and exit walkthrough demonstration. As I said, my name is Michael. I am the presenter. We have also included our email address and then also our two contact numbers. So if you guys ever have a question, please feel free to reach out to us. We will stay in touch and we will also help you guys through everything. So starting off, what we will be covering today is going to be our one-time entry and exit. For this training session, guys, I'm going to refer to this as an OTE. So if you guys hear me saying that just now, I'm referring to the one-time entrance and exit. So perfect. Firstly, what we're going to cover is the OTE hardware. This is the two components behind every setup. Secondly, guys, is going to be the OTE setup, the entry, the exit, and the manager controls inside of the app itself. Thirdly, is going to be the OTE generating an invite. So this is going to be for our visitors, deliveries, or a new person with just one tap. Fourth is going to be our OTE visitor experience. So this is what the visitor is going to see from the start all the way through to the finish. Fifth is going to be our key nuggets. So key things to remember from today. And then lastly, it's going to be our pricing. So what to order and how. Starting this off is we're going to go to our OTE hardware. The two hardware pieces you're going to need for the OTE. Everything in this training is going to start with these two components, guys. So on the left-hand side, we're going to have our Fluss intercom board, and on the right-hand side is going to be our Fluss Plus. So jumping into the Fluss Plus, remember this must be connected to a specific access points where the OTE will be used. This is going to run on a Wi-Fi trigger, not a Bluetooth. So this needs Wi-Fi, not just proximity. Only users with access to this device can generate an OTE code for it. You can connect a status wire as well. For example, on the left-hand side, you will see that blue wire I am highlighting right now to show you visible gate status showing if it's open or closed. This also needs internet access too, because this is a Wi-Fi cloud trigger. No internet means no OTE. Moving over to our intercom, the Fluss intercom board must be at the entry access point. No exit intercom board needed to use the OTE. This can be used for visitor management only, doesn't have to double as an intercom, but if you already have an existing system that's already Fluss with this intercom, you can actually include the OTE on top of that. It comes in three different sizes, our intercom board, which is going to be our A4, our A5, and our A6. There are three different sizes, but they all work exactly the same. Then visitors do not need to download the app, and the Fluss intercom needs no power and it's weatherproof as well. So a normal problem we see most of the time is a visitor is at the gate, a guard punches in a code, who left, when did they leave? Nobody has any idea. A guard has to manually enter and manage every visitor code. This slows down the entry, especially during busy periods. No exit logs. You don't know when did they leave. No record of whose visitor it was as well. And this is the same manual process every single time. So this is why we have introduced our one-time entry and exit, or the OTEE. This is purposely built for controlled visitor and delivery and contractor access. A tenant just sends a one-time link, and the visitor does not need the app. This auto expires. This is set by the manager, not the tenant. This is used once, and it's completely dead. It cannot be reused. Every entry and exit is logged automatically inside of your events tab. So this is how we as a manager is going to set this up as well. So we're going to go over to our devices. Just going to show you guys with my cursor, which is going to be at the bottom left. So we're going to go to our devices, select a specific intercom, and then go over to one-time access settings. So as I said, we're going to go to our devices, select a specific intercom. We have selected the Fluss Office Spark, and then we're going to scroll down to our one-time access settings. Once we have selected that, we can actually set an entry and an exit device. So we can choose between devices to trigger for an entry and exit gate. This can also be the same devices. Just a reminder, guys, this is your Fluss pluses, which you can trigger inside of your home tab as well. So, for example, we have used our home for this entrance device and Fluss office gate for our exit. So in Tails, we can actually use the same one for entry and exit if it's just a one entrance and exit. But if it's two different gates, we can set it up like this as well to connect two Fluss pluses onto this. We can also set the max users, and we can also actually set the invite duration as well. As a manager, you set the rules, the tenant just sends the invite. So you can choose how many OTE invites each tenant can send. For example, 1, 2, 5, all the way up to 50. This only active invites count towards this limit. Expired ones do not. As I said, we can also set our invite duration, so we can choose how long this invite is valid for. As an example, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, all the way up to 24. We can tap to save it. The duration starts from the time and date it's set from the invite. Moving forward to that, guys, is we're going to show you how to generate this invite from the side. So this is going to be from the tenant's point of view. On the left-hand side, we do have our Fluss home screen. So all that we're going to need to do is just press on that invite tab, which is going to be right there. It's going to move us over to the access screen. Over here, we can select what access we will send. So it's going to be our one-time entry and exit. Once I have selected that, I can choose from when this invite should start. For this example, I'm using the 4th of August, 2026. But let's say somebody's coming in this weekend. We can put the weekend's date and time exactly in over there. Once we've done that, we're just going to press on next. And then we're going to select our specific Fluss intercom to send this invite from. So just a quick recap, moving back to our Fluss home screen, we're going to select invite. Once we have selected invite, we're going to choose one-time entrance and exit. After we've done that, we're going to select the time this invite should start from. After that, we're going to select the specific device to send this invitation from as well. So this is the 3 different types of invites we can generate. The first one on our left-hand side is going to be for our visitors. So we can search and select straight from your existing contacts. So it's no manual entry. We can select directly from our current existing contact list. In the middle, we have delivery. So no phone numbers needed. We can generate a code and copy and paste it directly into the delivery app or hand it over to the courier. Moving on to the right-hand side is going to be a new person. And this is where we can manually add a name and number and then also extra notes for somebody that's not in your contact list. So just a quick recap, we can send to 3 different people: a normal visitor, which is in our contact list, a delivery where we do not need a cell phone number, or a new person where we manually enter their name and cell phone number and a note. This is how we're going to look at it after we've selected a person. For this example, on the left-hand side, we have invited myself, Michael de Jager Fluss. So we can actually review and generate this code in from there. So starting on the left-hand side, we can confirm the start time, the device, and the visitor before hitting generate. For example, we can see when the start time is going to be. So from today at 11:04. We can see the device we're going to send it from, which is going to be our Fluss Office Park. And over there, we can also see the person who we are inviting. Once we have selected generate, we're going to see this screen. So it's going to say code generated. This is going to be a full invite detail land in one place. So we can see the name, the mobile number, the device, the duration, and then also the expiry. Once we've done that, we can just press on share, and then we can send this via WhatsApp, email, AirDrop, or even just a normal messenger. So just a quick recap, we can review and generate. So review all the information that we have selected. Then the code is going to be generated, and this is going to be our full detail screen where we can see all the details of this invite. And then we can share it instantly with a WhatsApp, an email, or even a message. Moving on to the next screen, this is how it's going to look if we're going to do this for a delivery. So first of all, we're going to label it. So we're going to type the delivery company or the courier's name. As I said, no cell phone number needed for our deliveries. Then it's going to follow the exact same flow. So we can just say add delivery, and then we can do this review and generate. So we can work exactly like a visitor invite. We can just swap the name for a delivery company. So yet again, we can see when it starts from, we can see the device we're going to use, and then also the company's name or the courier's name that we're going to use. Once we select generate, it's also going to copy and paste us right here. So we can see the code, we can review the details, so the company's name or the courier's name. We can see the device, the duration, and then also when it expires. So it's going to be a tap and copy code where we can paste this into the delivery notes itself or just hand it over to the courier. So this is what the visitor is going to experience after they have received this Fluss invite. So on the left-hand side, we can see that Awkward has received a invite. So you can see you have been given a one-time access to the Fluss Office Spark. Your access code is going to be 4795. When you arrive at the entrance, open this link. So this is the 3 steps we're going to need to follow. Open this link. Once you arrive at the entrance, you're going to tap to scan and scan the QR code on the intercom. And then you're going to enter the code, which is above. What is even more important is to keep this message because you're going to need the same link to exit. So we have stopped at the entrance, and now we're going to press on this link. Once we have selected on this link, we're going to tap to scan. So we're going to press on this tap to scan, and then we're going to scan the QR code, which is at the entrance. Once we have done that, we're going to enter the code, which has been given to us. For this example, it was 4795. And then we're going to select open entry gate. This will only appear after you have entered the code at the top. So once we have selected that, it's going to trigger the Fluss Plus, which is inside of the motor, and it's going to say it's going to open up the gate itself, and then you can go in. To exit, we're going to use this exact same, remember the exact same link that was sent to us at first, because we need to have the same link for the exit. So once we go over there, we're just going to follow the steps again. We're going to open up the link. We do not have to tap to scan again because we've already scanned intercom to go in. And then we're just going to enter the code. Once we have entered the code, this button here at the bottom is going to pop up, open exit gate. But you need to remember you should be at the gate to put in this code. Otherwise, you're going to trigger it from a distance. You should be at the gate to enter this code. Once you have pressed this in and set open exit gate, it's going to trigger that Fluss Plus, and you can exit the premises from there. So let's actually see how this works in action. I'm quickly going to play the video for you guys. I'm not going to say anything. We'll show you how it works, and then I'm going to commentate afterwards. There we go. So now I'm quickly going to jump in again just to show you guys what's going to happen here. So first of all, as you guys can see, the WhatsApp has been sent through. So once he arrives at the gate, he's going to open up his link. There we go. He's going to tap to scan. And once he has tapped to scan it, he's going to scan that intercom. He's going to punch in the code, which has been provided for him as well. And as soon as he punches in that code, you guys will see open entry gate is going to stand right there. Now he's going to open up the entry, and it's going to trigger the Fluss Plus, which is inside of the motor. So now the gate's going to open, and to exit, he's going to use that exact same link. The exact same link that he's used is going to say ready to exit. As you guys can see, if there is no code over there, it won't tell us to open up the gate. So we're going to need to put in that unique code that has been sent through to us. So once he puts in that code, it's going to sharpen up, and then we can just press on the open exit gate, and then you can trigger the gate and the gate will open for you to exit. It's really that easy, and that's how easy it is to use the OTE setting from there. So once we've done that, guys, we're going to move over to our one time and OTE, and what does it actually mean? So one time means one time. This is security enforced. This link is used once and then it's permanently invalid. The visitor cannot re-enter with the same link. The visitor has to scan the QR code and it auto expires after the duration set by the manager. Every attempt is also logged into your events tab. And just to show you guys, for example, in the middle, let's say I want to reuse this link or send it to somebody else. This is what it's going to send through to me. Access link is not valid. Every entry on the it's only on the entry side that we're going to need the intercom. Do not need it at the exit. Then we're going to look at our events tab. So firstly, to go to our events tab, we're going to tap on events, which is going to be on next to our home button right there. And here you can see all your events across all your Fluss Plus and intercom devices. We can also select a specific event. So let's say, for instance, I'm going to show you guys if I press over here on the one-time entrance. So we can see who triggered it and then also with what type of access they triggered it. So we can see that's my host Fluss work phone with a one-time entry. And once I select that, it's going to open up an event detail for me as well. So over here, we can see everything that has been happening. So we can see the device that I have triggered from, the user itself, the method they use, the cell phone number, the device type as well. And we can actually also see who invited them. So all these things pull directly through onto your events tab. Perfect. Moving over to our key nuggets, which I told you guys earlier from. Entry only. No intercom board needed for the exit, ever. Wi-Fi, not Bluetooth. No internet, no access. Plan connectivity accordingly, please, guys. Active invites only. So maximum users counts to active invites, not the expired ones. Duration starts at starting time. So not from when the invite is set or generated. It is just from when the tenant has set that invite to start from. Zero app required. So visitor just needs to scan the QR board and enter the code. 3 ways to invite. First is going to be our visitors, our delivery, a new person. And this makes it so much easier which one to pick. So just pick the one that fits you best. Moving over to our positioning and pricing. So this is built for places people need to enter. So Fluss is South Africa's go-to hardware and visitor management solution. So secure, smart, simple, no friction and no barriers. So resident complexes and estate is what we will be focusing on as well. So resident invites visitors via the OTE. One link, one entry, one exit, no gatehouse needed. We can look at a gatehouse and short stay accommodation. So they can send guests a time limited access link before they arrive. Check-in becomes contactless. Business parks and commercial premises. Contractors and visitors gets a single use access. Every entry and exit is logged automatically. So this is where the OTE makes the difference. So visitor access via a web link, no app download required. This becomes contactless, smart, and is one-of-a-kind visitor access management systems. Moving you guys over onto the right-hand side, this is our Fluss Intercom, our new pricing, our monthly costs. So for 1 to 5 users is completely free. There is no monthly cost. You can run this completely free. You just need to buy the products, put it in, and it's going to work for 1 to 5 users. Moving over to 6 to 300 users, you're going to see it is 100 Rand a month, just for the intercom to work as a normal intercom. Moving over to our OTE, it's going to be 50 Rand extra on our intercom to make sure that it is working, that we can set that a one-time pins or OTEs out to our visitors. Moving down to our Fluss Plus, over here we will see 1 to 5 is also completely free, so no monthly costs. It's going to make it so much easier to run the system as well. We're also going to look for 6 to 300 users, which is going to be 70 Rand a month. And Let's use an example for a complex that has a one gate entrance, and they would like to use the intercom and the OTE. They're going to look at 220 Rand a month for 300 users to run this system. Moving on over there, we're going to show you guys all our Fluss hardware. So first is going to be our Fluss Plus, and moving over to our Fluss A6, which is our smaller intercom, Fluss A5, which is our medium intercom, and the Fluss A4, which is our bigger intercom. We can also get to our Fluss support. So this is all your places where you can go to if you need extra knowledge. First is going to be our Fluss website. This is where all our support tools are kept to make your life easier. Fluss knowledge base articles is also in our Fluss website. It's all the how-tos. Articles are loaded with step-by-step guides as well. We also have our Fluss YouTube, and this is where we can see all the tutorials, the shorts, and then also so much more for you guys. We also have our Fluss customer care. As I told you guys about the email address and the 2 contact numbers you guys can contact, they are there. Please use them if you guys do have questions or wonder about anything. Once again, from us, I just want to say thank you. If you guys have questions, please let's talk. We also have an installer group on our WhatsApp. So if you guys would like to join, it's going to be in the description below. So please join it. And over there, you will see everything new from us. And over there is also our Fluss support for our info email, and then also our 2 contact numbers. Guys, thank you so much for staying around. I really do appreciate it. From my side and from Fluss's side, have a fantastic day. Thank you so much, guys, and stay safe.